Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing a pretty awesome Ninjago reveal that is coming very soon, at least I hope so. It only makes sense, all signs are pointing to it, that of course being the reveal of this mysterious elemental master from the Serpentine War. Who exactly was this guy? What is his power? And this has been a mystery that's been going on for the past 10 years, give or take, ever since Season 4, the Tournament of Elements, came out. Fortunately, now there is an upcoming Ninjago comic releasing in February of 2026 known as Strike of the Serpentine, which is very much going to tell the tale, pun totally intended, of the Serpentine War, basically being the Ninjago prequel series that Ninjago fans have been asking for years as well. Now, I've talked to death surrounding this series, and there's still so much more that I want to talk about. This is actually a very exciting Ninjago project, and one of the more interesting things about this is that this guy, the mysterious, unnamed, unknown elemental master, is actually featured on the cover, which in my opinion means that he will have a pretty significant role in this series. And maybe Ninjago can finally reveal in this comic who exactly this guy was, what his powers were, and whether or not he has any ties to any of the current ninja. Now, there have been many ideas and theories floating around the Ninjago community surrounding this guy. Like I said, this has been a mystery first introduced 10 years ago. Ninjago fans have had time to speculate. Even some people that work on the show, like Ninjago series co-creator Tommy Andreasen, has given his ideas, like maybe this guy was the Master of Form taking on some kind of appearance. He then followed up that statement by saying it may be someone who's not quite like it seems. So it seems like Tommy Andreasen had an idea surrounding who this guy was, but ultimately that was never revealed. He would then later go on to tease more of his idea, I guess, but never explicitly come out and say who it was. Maybe because there were talks to reveal it in the show, he did not want to reveal it outside of the show. Ultimately, that reveal never happened before Tommy Andreasen left the series. And this new comic, Strike of the Serpentine, opens the door for that mystery to finally be answered. Like I said, Ninjago fans have been throwing out other ideas too, and there is a big list of similarities that this guy has to previous elemental masters, including the elemental dragon he rides being similar to various elemental dragons out there. Like maybe this guy was the previous master of mind because the dragons look so similar. It's hard to say, but one of the more popular fan theories that I've seen as of late is that this guy is related to Jay in some way. In fact, this guy could even be Jay's grandfather, the Master of Lightning, before Jay's mother took on the role at some point soon after in the Serpentine War. Because again, it was confirmed that Jay's mother did participate in the Serpentine War. She then had a more substantial role after the Serpentine War, with the whole Time Twins betraying the Alliance thing. She was very much there for that. But maybe, again, this guy was Jay's grandfather, the Master of Lightning before Jay's mother. Perhaps at some point during the war, he passed his powers on to Jay's mother, aka his daughter, though timeline-wise, it would be kind of a tight squeeze. But if Ninjago really wanted to, they could probably find some way to make it work. I suppose other things are also kind of suggesting this guy was a Master of Lightning. For example, his elemental dragon being yellow. Well, yellow has been a color associated with lightning ever since Dragon's Rising started, and even before that, may I remind you, his dragon form was very much primarily yellow. But then again, Jay's elemental dragon was blue, but who's to say the elemental dragons can't change color from generation to generation? Not to mention, this guy does have visible lightning detailing on his outfit, possibly suggesting that he is a Master of Lightning, though his symbol doesn't really match up with any lightning symbols that we've seen from Ninjago. You could also see his hair color as being a sign of him being part of the lightning lineage. Since Jay's mother also had blonde hair, well, this guy has blonde hair, so maybe he is her father. It's also worth mentioning that in the flashbacks that we've seen from the Serpentine War from Ninjago Season 4 and also Season 7 Hands of Time, this mysterious unknown elemental master and Jay's mother are never in the same place at the same time, suggesting that maybe again the elemental power of lightning was passed between these two at some point during or immediately after the war. In the flashbacks of Season 4, we see the height of the Serpentine Serpentine War, with the mysterious unknown elemental master fighting off the Anachondri, but then after the war, pretty much around the same time of the Time Twins' betrayal, Jay's mother has officially joined the Elemental Alliance, while the previous unknown master is no longer there. Now, I looked through a bunch of episodes of Season 7, I could not find a single scene that these two characters share together. And even if they did share a scene together, again, it's not like both were seen using their powers at the same time. Jay's mother could have totally obtained the lightning power at that point if this mysterious unknown elemental master's power was lightning. Again, maybe if it was her father, he could have passed it along to her at some point naturally shortly after the war or towards the end of the war, leading into what we see during the betrayal of the Time Twins, where she is now the Master of Lightning, taking on more of a blue appearance, having a lot more of a similarity to what we've seen from Jay's outfits from Ninjago, the current Master of Lightning. She's also younger than a lot of the other elemental masters in this generation, suggesting that if she did indeed gain her powers from this guy, who could in fact be her father, again, maybe she just took her father's place in the Elemental Alliance, kind of replacing him as the avatar of lightning, if you will. And speaking of the ages of the previous generation of elemental masters, aka the Serpentine War Elemental Alliance, we do have some ninja grandparents in here too. Obviously, we have Kai and Nia's parents, Rei and Maya, but also this guy has long since been confirmed to have been the Master of Earth before Lily, Cole's mother. So in other words, this is Cole's grandfather. Therefore, this generation is already not made up of just strictly fathers and mothers, but also grandfathers and grandmothers. So this guy being Jay's grandfather would fit right in. Again, the lineage of the lightning elemental power is not explicitly clear. They could totally add in all of this if they really wanted to and make it make sense. And in a way, I kind of hope they do. I think this guy being the original Master of Lightning would make a ton of sense and would answer a lot of questions that Ninjago fans have had for years now. At the end of the day, though, this mysterious elemental master has still not been officially revealed to us. All we know is his appearance. We don't know his power, we don't know his name, we hardly know anything about this guy. But I feel like we will find out more once Strike of the Serpentine comes out, considering, again, he is on the cover, suggesting that he is a main character. But leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments. What exactly do you guys think about this mysterious elemental master and the idea that we could finally get this reveal many, many years after his introduction way back in Season 4, the Tournament of Elements? Leave all of your thoughts down below, and thank you so much for tuning in. That'll wrap it up for my thoughts here. If you guys enjoyed this one, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.